Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the Zox Momentum Oscillator. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for TradingView down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for TradingView. So if you don't want to create a TradingView account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on TradingView and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 subscription, monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. All right, as I said, today we will be testing the Zox Momentum Oscillator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 147 indicators. And out of those 147 indicators, 62 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 62 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right. So today's indicator is the Zacks Momentum Oscillator. There is not a whole lot to it. You can see it down here below on the bottom of the screen here. And you can see that it is currently in a histogram form. This is how it's defaulted to. Haven't changed anything on this. And it is basically a zero line indicator. And so when the zero line crosses up above, it gives us green bars to go long. And when it crosses down below, it gives us red bars to go short. Then, of course, there is like a weakening color of bars. And so the light green bars here mean that the current trend that it's reading is potentially starting to weaken. Same way on the bottom, red bars, and then you have the orange bars here, which means that the current trend or the current move is starting to weaken. We won't really mess with those a whole lot. Basically what we're looking for is just the switch from red to green and green to red. And those are going to be our signals to go either long or short. So pretty simple setup. Like I said, not a whole lot to it. I think what I will do is drop a black zero line here. See if I can't bump up. There we go. And so I do that because on the really small candles that are sometimes almost impossible to see, if you put a black line on them there and then click the screen, it will drop that black line to behind the indicators or the histogram bars, making them stand out a little bit more when these little bitty transitions are taking place. All right, so there we go. We have all that set up. I don't think I'm going to change anything as far as the colors go. I think it's all pretty much pretty decent. Not my favorite colors. I would go with a little bit different green and red, but hey, to each their own. I think it works. No big deal. All right, so let's get on with it here. See what we can get out of this indicator. So there is our first signal right here. It is a short signal. Let's see here. So that one's good. All right. That is our first signal, and it is a winning signal. Then we pick up another signal right here. That is a long signal. That one seemed like it worked out pretty well. Also, might want to keep an eye on price action here. might discuss it a little bit. Let's go ahead and mark out some areas here that might be of interest. Just to kind of have them already on screen. What I'm looking at here is kind of a combination of two things. When you are marking off support and resistance lines like this, then what you're doing is you're looking for the most current price action points first. And so we have this area right here. It's kind of all in one on these 2 points. We have this area up here. We have that area down there. And ideally, they should be making contact with other points recently in the past, which they all look like they pretty much are. Might go ahead and mark off that area just to be safe. And so now that you've done that, you kind of have these support and resistance areas that you can keep an eye on for price action to have some kind of reaction to that area. Currently, price action isn't doing, I mean, there's an example of price action having a reaction to one of the support and resistance areas. So it came down, it formed these really long wicks to the downside, giving you an idea that price action's wanting to move up, and then it bounced off and did in fact move up. Now the thing is, there wasn't a lot of indication that that was going to take place. We didn't have a strong push to one direction or the other. We really didn't get a clean price action pattern set up either. Just kind of came down, formed these wicks at this point, and then shot back up. And so when you don't have other things to confirm what price action is doing, you are kind of just trading blind at that point, basically just gambling. And so let's see, let's pay attention to what our indicator is doing here. And got a winning trade on that one. It's punching up to the upside now. Looks like we picked up another win on that one. So far, so good. Right, so now we're starting to get some price action movement. We've had a pretty good push to the upside here, starting to bounce off of this ceiling of resistance up here. Let's kind of keep an eye on it and see what it does. It's a little early to tell. We really haven't had a strong enough push to the upside to really lend credit to this move, but it does look like price action is wanting to fall down a little bit. Of course, that's just speculation. Like I said, there's not, I mean, we've had a few legs of this move right here. So kind of 1, 2, and then 3. And then it kind of stalled out here and is running sideways. That's normally a sign that market makers are pulling in orders, probably, like I said, to take this to the downside. They might spike it up for a minute, then run it down. Not really sure. Let's go back to our indicator here. We had that signal right there. That one didn't work out for us. Turned around and immediately went the opposite direction on us. Get that one there, and that one does work out for us. Then we get kind of in limbo at the moment on a short signal. There goes price action, down, down, down. Didn't go very far though. Then they spiked it back up. Market makers are good at doing things like this. So what they have done, let's see. don't think that's ever got to take profit. Let's see. Oh, it barely did. That was super close. So what market makers have done is they've pushed this up, they've consolidated it to the side. They've gotten a lot of people's interest for this going short. They pushed it short for just a moment, pulling in a whole bunch of orders for short sells. Then they immediately ran it straight back up and out through the top where everybody most likely had their stops, now stopping out all those orders, pocketing a whole lot of traders' money. Now they're probably going to push it up just a little bit more and then start to run it to the downside, because this is all kind of one big upward move here. So let's keep an eye on it, see what they do. Get another push to the downside here on our indicator. That one worked out for us, and then a push to the upside here. That one also worked out for us. Let's see. So they didn't push it any higher than what they did. That was enough for them to lock in a lot of money, and then they immediately drove it back down in the direction that they originally were intending to push this price action through. So then we get a short signal right there. That one was also a winner. Let's see how far they're going to push the price action here. At this point, it hasn't had a real strong push, and so it's kind of a gamble at the moment as to what exactly price action is going to do. Mark these off because it just took a whole nasty string of losing signals. It's doing well up until that point. Alright, are they going to push it down some more? No, not quite. They're running it up a little bit, potentially trying to trap in some orders up here and then pull it down, possibly. Again, it's kind of uncertain exactly what they're doing at this point. We can speculate some, but they love to fake out traders, and so let's see if they pull it up a little bit and then drop it hard, or if they just run it straight up. Looks like they're pushing it up and up and up. Double topping there. Get a losing trade there. Winning trade there. Losing trade there. Flips, flops almost immediately. Oh, I gotta mark those as losing trades. Then drop short right here. Looks like it's made it to take profit. Let's play it out a little bit more, see what it does. Just kind of chopping sideways, channel trading at the moment. It's kind of stuck within this range right here. I believe that this one got us to take profit. It did. That one is good there, and then this one here also gets us to take profit. Okay, let's see what it does. Channel trading here, it keeps bouncing right within that area, going up and going down, pulling up, bouncing off, going down, bouncing off. They're starting to break it out. They're widening the range of the channel widening the range of the consolidation at this point. Again, they'll often do this to attempt to trap people into positions. Mark off these signals here. That one might have gotten us there with that long wick. Nope. Barely missed. Finally, that one. Right there. There we go. Alright, so they're starting to widen the range here some. Most likely they're going to push this up some, and I mean, it's kind of uncertain at this point. What we see a lot is that they'll widen the range, they'll push it up some, they'll trap in the people to the upside who believe this is a breakout and a long bias trade here, and then they'll shove it right back down like they did back over here. But again, that's just kind of speculation. That's what we see often. But if we knew what they did every single time, then you know, we would constantly be winning and they would constantly be losing, and that's not what they're into. That's not what their business model is. And there you have it. So they pushed it to the upside. They pulled in a whole lot of upside traders who saw this as a breakout. They more than likely had their stops layered in this area over here. That didn't work out very well. Let's see. That area there. Maybe even down here they would have had their stops in place, just kind of layered all throughout this area. And you see that this long tail right here, it came down and just annihilated people's stops. And so
see the American flag in their front yard either. There's plenty of Biden-era signs that have it. I'm getting real tired of conservatives acting like people.
Alright, and let's get back to marking off our signals here. Looks like that one would have worked out for us. Let's see, this one would not have. That would have been a losing trade. That one's a little undecided at the moment. Let's measure it out. There we go. So, yep, that one did get us there, but then there we go. Mark those out. And so you see how the market makers manipulate the situation. So they, like I said, they accomplished quite a few things with this move. No, it's hard to see now that we have put, there we go, this long tail right here. So they came in, pulled in a whole bunch of long biased breakout traders. They then ran it down through this area with this long tail, stopping out a whole bunch of them, but also triggering in some of the short bias traders who now believe that this was a breakout to the downside, and that because at one point this candle was a massive red candle right here. And so obviously when you get a massive red candle that runs all the way down through a range, at this point when the red candle was down here and red, oh, I guarantee that there were traders who thought, you know, wow, that's an amazing move. This thing is going down. And they all jumped in right down here at the break of this area, all for nothing. They pretty much immediately got whipsawed right back, and they possibly, if they had their stops up here, were still in the market and didn't get stopped out. But I mean, that's a massive move right there. So from there to the bottom of that candle is 400 pips. And so if you entered down here and you put your stop 450 pips above your entry, I highly doubt that you sat there and thought that that kind of a stop was a great idea. So more than likely, they put stops, tighter stops in here. And so when this pullback happened, it started to wipe out all kinds of stops for the shorts, and then they bounced it along this area and look like they are trying to push it back down in the original direction. Not really sure. They might break it out to the upside. See what they do. And they pushed it back down in the original direction. And there you have it. That is some sneaky stuff that they pulled right there. It just, that's the type of things that just deflates people's confidence in trading and deflates their accounts and just, destroys people. It's a shame that it's allowed to happen, but they're the ones who make the market. That's why they're called the market makers. And unfortunately, we have to learn to play by their rules and do our best to trade with them, not against them. And that one is outside of. All right, so here we have it. I'm going to go ahead and delete these support and resistance lines because they just cloud everything up. And this is what we're left with. Let's count them out and see what we get. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. 40 signals all together. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. 19 winning trades. So unfortunately, that is not going to meet the 60% criteria that we're looking for. It was doing really well up to this point right here. And it's a shame because there are some indicators that just get absolutely destroyed in a ranging market, and this one appears to be one of those indicators. Um, for whatever reason, it gives a lot of whipsaw in sometimes obvious places like this ranging area right here, but then sometimes in some areas where it doesn't seem like it should be giving that kind of whipsaw, but it does. And so unfortunately, I don't think that even with tweaking and playing and filtering out range, that this one would do very well. It it does some really strange things at really strange times, and so that is definitely a challenge to work with. So, like I said, it's going on the no list, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.